हाँ सर।
आपका लैपटॉप हो जाए ले, सिर्फ पिकअप करने का
चल
बाकी है।
चलेगा, ठीक है, लाओ ना।
मैंने कल ही उनको फोन किया था
हम्म।
कि, तो वो बोले कि लैपटॉप रेडी बोले,
हम्म।
आपको यहाँ से लाना पड़ेगा बोले, उनका शॉप तो सील हो जाए ले वहाँ पे।
ऐसे
तो
है।
हाँ, तो घर पे है बोले मेरे पास,
हम्म।
आप घर से पिकअप कर लेना बोले।
चले, वो कैमरा बोलिए, देखे चेक करने का।
नहीं, कैमरे का नहीं बोला, डिस्प्ले का ही इशू था।
हाँ देख लो, कैमरा तो है उसमें, मगर मैंने यूज़ नहीं किया था, बहुत दिन हो गए, इसलिए बोल रहा
ठीक है सर।
हूँ। I am audible to all students. हेलो। आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी?
हाँ सर।
Okay. We wait for the
हाँ
5 minutes so other student can be joined, and at sharply 10:05 we start our lecture. I think all are joined the Google Classroom, or anyone is remaining? How many students are remaining still to join the Google Classroom? Anyone is remaining, or all are joined? सभी लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया है गूगल क्लासरूम?
yes sir.
Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Yes sir.
If anyone is remaining, so you can join by entering the class code, because already I shared my class code in your WhatsApp account. If anyone not have, so again I share. अगर किसी ने ज्वाइन नहीं किया होगा गूगल क्लासरूम, तो अभी मैं फिर से शेयर कर रहा हूँ क्लास कोड। तो आप लोग क्लास कोड इंटर करके ज्वाइन कर सकते हो।
हो रहा है।
Last 1 minute is remaining, then we'll start our actual lecture. All students can solve the assignment number 1. Okay. Now 10:05. Okay, now we start our lectures. So in previous lecture, we see the biosynthesis in a higher plants. In that we cover the all introductory part related to that the biosynthesis. In that we see the primary, secondary metabolite as well as the difference factor that are affecting on that primary and secondary metabolite, along with the what is their functions depending on the plants. They may be the primary or also used for the various function in the plant on the basis of the primary and secondary metabolite. Already we covered the comparisons or difference between the primary and secondary metabolite, as well as we see the various rules of the secondary metabolite in the reference to the defense, compositions, attractions, and stimulation. We are also cover the rationale behind uses of the secondary metabolite as a medicinal compound, and also cover the some part related to the overall contribution in the developments of the phytochemistry, how we can be obtain the phytochemical constituent present in that crude drug, we can see. Now today we start the biosynthesis. If you see your syllabus, according to your syllabus, 5 to 7 biosynthesis pathway are available in your syllabus. In that first biosynthesis pathway, it is related to the ischemic acid pathway. This pathway is most important and always or every time asked in your sessional as well as the university examination point of view. If you observe or if you see the biosynthetic pathway, or majority of the aromatic compound are biosynthesized via the ischemic acid pathway. Each and every types of the aromatic compound, they can be synthesized by using the ischemic acid pathway. And ischemic acid pathway plays significant role in the genus of the aromatic building block of lignin. The block of the lignin can be developed by using the ischemic acid pathway, as well as it is lead to the formation of the phenylpropanine unit like flavonoline, isoflavonoline, coumarins, tannin, vanillins, and terpenoid quinines. So these are the most important biosynthesis pathway. On the basis of that, they can be prepared or they can be built up of the lignin as well as the formation of the phenylpropanine unit. If you see in go in detail, the ischemic acid pathway appear to be the important route from the carbohydrate for the biosynthesis of C6 as well as the C3 unit. And what is the C6 and C3 unit? We can be called that is the phenylpropanine derivatives. These are the derivative of the phenylpropanine. For higher plant and presence of enzyme system response for the synthesis of the ischemic acid has been confirmed. So these are the basic information related to the ischemic acid pathway. If you can see the actual pathway on the diagrammatic presentation, so on your screen, the diagrammatic presentation of the biosynthesis pathway of the ischemic acid, in that you can able the first precursor means the which the compound we can be initially we use for the processing or for the obtaining of the further compound, that is the phosphopentyl pyruvic acid. So phosphopentyl pyruvic acid we can be combined with the erythrose 4-phosphate. After compilation of the both compound, we produce the new molecule, that is the name of the new molecule is the 2-keto 3-deoxy 7-phospho D-glucophenotonic acid. After the obtaining of the 2-keto, 3-deoxy, 7-phospho, D-glucophenotonic acid, they again give the new molecule for the further development, that is the 3-deoxyhydroquinic acid. Dehydroquinic acid also again transfer or give the new molecule, and they actually go in a ischemic acid pathway, that is the 3-dehydroxyischemic acid. And 3-dehydroischemic acid, they can be again go in a ischemic acid pathway, and that ischemic acid pathway further go for the ischemic acid 3-phosphate. In that, they combine with the 3-phosphate group. There is a 3-phosphate group, O3. So they develop the ischemic acid 3-phosphate. After that, they give the new molecule, we can be called, that is the crucimic acid. Crucimic acid can be again converted in the form of anthraconic acids, and anthraconic acid converted in the tryptophan. Tryptophan we can be obtained from the anthraconic acids. But after the ischemic acid 3-phosphate, they give the new molecule, we can be called, that is the crucimic acid, and crucimic acid again can be converted in a one most important molecule, we can be called, that is the prephenic acid. And this prephenic acid converted into the 2 more molecule, we can be called, the first molecule is the phenylpyruvic acid as well as the p-hydroxyphenylpyruvic acid. Here is a phosphate group. Okay, if you see phenylpyruvic acid, on the basis of the phenylpyruvic acid, we do the reductions, and on the basis of reduction, we obtain our main compound, that is the phenylalanines. And from the p-hydroxyphenylpyruvic acid, we obtain the last molecule, that is the trypsins. So these are the biosynthesis pathway related to the ischemic acid. It is a very simple pathway. If in your examination, any examiner can ask you what is the ischemic acid pathway, so first you should give the some important thing related to that ischemic acid pathway. What is the basic funda? What is the basic principle behind that ischemic acid pathway? You can give in a 2 and 3 lines. After that, prepare the or draw the all ischemic acid pathway by the structural form, and after the drawing the structural form, you can be explain each and every step from precursor to conversion of second chain, third, fourth, fifth, like this you can be explain up to the obtaining of the phenylalanines and tyrosine. So these are the ischemic acid pathway. Now we see the second biogenesis or biosynthesis, that is the coumarins. If you see related to the coumarin, coumarin, that is the chemically it is a 1,2-benzopyruvenes, and this is the essential found to the presence in many plants of family Umbelliferaceae and Rutaceae. If you observe the 2 family, that is the Umbelliferaceae and Rutaceae, in that 2 family we can be obtained this compound, that is the coumarins. And this coumarin is most important and play a significant role, such as the defense against the photopathogenesis, and these are the response as a abiotic stress, regulation of oxidative stress, and as well as the regulation of the hormonal properties present in that plants. So this coumarin is most important for the Kochel rule. If you see in coumarin biosynthesis, the cinnamic acid, it is the starting material for the genesis of coumarins. Now you can see what is the actual biogenesis going on in a coumarins. So this is the biogenesis of the coumarin. If you see the precursor compound, precursor means those compound we can be used initially for the obtaining the further. So the most important or precursor compound is the cinnamic acid, and on that cinnamic acid we can do the oxidation. After the oxidation, we obtain the new molecule, that is the cinnamyl aldehyde. And cinnamyl aldehyde, we do the against oxidation, then we obtain the cinnamyl alcohol. And on that cinnamyl alcohol compound, if you use the water molecule, then they convert in the new molecule, and that molecule give the against 3 more new compound, that is the anthol, mestetinics, and eugenol. These are the 3 compounds we can be obtained from the cinnamyl alcohol on the basis of the water group. If you see in a first compound, that is the cinnamic acid, they against converted in the 2 more form. First one is the 4 coumaric acids as well as the 2 coumaric acids, and these 2 coumaric acid they can again converted in a salicylic acids. And if you see 4 coumaric acid, they are against converted or give the new molecule, that is called is the 2,4-dihydroxy cinnamic acids. And these 2,4-dihydroxy cinnamic acid are converted in a, or vice versa, they can be converted in a molecule on the basis of the lactomerizations, and they obtain the umbelliferins, that is the compound of the obtained on the basis of the lactomerizations. And umbelliferins give the new molecule or conversion of the new molecule, that is the acetylcysteines, and acetylcysteines converted in a scopoleteins, and lastly we obtain the scopolines, and this scopoline, it is the compound of the coumarins. So these are the biosynthesis of the coumarins, that is the precursor compound is the cinnamic acids, and last compound, that is the scopolines. So these are the biogenesis of the coumarins. If you see in that biogenesis, we use the various umbelliferous families, and in that umbelliferous family, they crucial role or for the obtaining of that new molecule. So now we see the what is the actual role of the umbelliferous fruits, and if umbelliferous compound we can be used, then what is the our actual product or last product. So in your display, that is the this biogenesis on the basis of the umbelliferous compound. If you use the umbelliferous compound, and you can be attack of the DMAPP, so on the basis of the attraction or compilation, they give the new molecule dimethylsuberins, and dimethylsuberins they against converted on the basis of the oxygen, converted in the myrmecines, and this myrmecine converted in the pisolines, and the pisolines converted in a 3 main compound, that is the angiolysins and xanthotoxins as well as the bragaptocols, and these bragaptocol they can be converted lastly the barbactotones. This is the toll and this is the tone. That is the difference between the alcohol as well as the tannin. So these are the biogenesis on the basis of the umbelliferous fruits, and these are the biogenesis on the basis of the normal phases, that is the cinnamic acids. So these are the 2 biogenesis pathway. Now we see the next biogenesis pathway, that is the isopurinide pathway, or we are also called that is the acetic mevalonic acid pathway. In that isopurin pathway or acidic mevalonic acid pathway, they are also known, that is the terpenoid pathway. If in your examination any examiner will ask you what is the terpenoid biogenesis pathway or acidic mevalonic acid pathway, so you do not confuse, you can write down related to the isopurinide biogenesis pathway. If you see this biogenesis pathway, it is the isopyrin units obtained from the contributed in a biosynthesis of many other metabolites such as the anthraquinins, naphthoquinins, terpene, because these are the terpenoid pathway. So on the basis of that terpenoid pathway, we can be used, that is the anthraquinin, naphthoquinins, and terpenoids. Now we see what is the actual biogenesis or what is the biosynthesis going on in a isopyronides. So the precursor compound, we can be used the acetate. These are the precursor compound. हेलो, क्या तो वो डालना, मैंने जैसे बताया था देखो, डॉट में आकर चैट में इनवाइट नहीं, चैट में जाके करने का है, बताया था मैंने। तो 3 डॉट में आना, चैट में आना, नाम लिखना, सेंड करना। मेरा लेक्चर चालू है, चैट में आके लिखने का है, बताया ले मैंने। So the initial compound or precursor we can be used, that is the acetate, and on the acetate we do the oxy enzymes A, and on the basis of the oxy enzyme A, they can be converted the new molecule, and that molecule we are against proceed for the or of the interfactions of the acetyl or coenzymes A. And on the basis of the acetyl coenzymes A, they give the new molecule, that is the acetoacetyl coenzymes A. And on the basis of the acetyl coenzymes A, on the basis of the aldol reaction, they converted in a new molecule. We can be called, that is the hydroxy methyl glutalyls, or we can be called in short form HMG coenzymes A. That is the H stand for the hydroxy, M stand for the methyl, and G stand for the glutaryls, and CoA coenzyme A. And these acetyl methyl glutalyls coenzymes A can be again converted in a new molecule. We can be called, that is the mevalonic acid, and this mevalonic acid can be obtained on the basis of the reductions or reduced form of a HMG coenzyme A. And after the mevalonic acid, they can be again go in a ATP formation, that is the phosphorysation, and obtain the new molecule, that is the IPP, that is called the 3-isopentyl pyrophosphate. And this IPP can be converted in a new molecule, that is called is the 3,3-dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate, and we can be called, that is the DMAPP. And this DMAPP converted in a against new molecule on the verge of the final production, that is the granyl pyrophosphate C10 monoterpenoid, and this C10 monoterpenoid against converted in a farnesyl phosphate on the basis of the IPP, and obtain the new compound, that is the C15. Here is the carbon number, carbon is a 15, here is the carbon 10, and 15 carbon we can be called, that is the farnesyls, and carbon 10 we can be called, that is the granules. So C15 farnesyl phosphopyrate sesquiterpenoid, and this sesquiterpenoid again go in a last production, that is the C20, and C20 we can be called is the granusyl granulose pyrophosphates, and this converted in a C25. In short, C10, C15, C20, C25, and on the basis of the carbon number, we can give the name of the terpenoid. So C25 carbon we can be called, that is the sesquiterpenoid, and on the basis of the C20, they again go last product, that is the C40, and C14 carbonated we can be called, that is the tetraterpenoid, or in simply we can be called that is the carotenoid. So these are the biogenesis of the isopuronides or acetyl malonic acids. So these are the biosynthesis. You can be explained each and every step in theoretical form also. So these are the biogenesis pathway. Now we can see the technical use for the investigation of the biosynthetic pathway. What is the technique or which technique we can be used for the obtaining or investigations of the various biosynthesis pathway? So there are the 5 techniques we can be used for the investigations of the biosynthesis pathway. First one is the trackle techniques. Second one is the use of the isolating organs as well as the tissue. Third one is the grafting methods. Fourth one is the use of mutant strains, and fifth one is the enzymatic studies. So these are the 5 techniques we can be used for the investigations of the any types of the biosynthesis pathway. If you see in detail what is the tracer technique or trace techniques, so in that the name itself indicated they can be traced on the basis of the frequency use, or we can be use the various tags for the identification or investigation of that compound, and on the basis of the that tags we can be give the tag in a field where the work we can be running on, and on the basis of the isocytotopics we can be add the or studies the major radioactivity in the drug plants. So if you see the principle behind the tracker techniques, so this tracker technique we can be used or utilization for the labeling compound to track or find out the different intermediated and various steps involved in the biosynthesis process in plant at given rate and given time. On the basis of this track we can be identify what procedure or what actual going on in that particular biogenesis on the basis of their rate as well as the time. So these are the principle behind the track element. If you see the introduction related to that compound, so various element we can be used for the identification of their chemical properties on the basis of the hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So these are the introduction related to the or which types of the precursor we can be used for the marker biogenetic experiments. So these are the main 4 element we can be used. Now significance, what is the main significance behind the using of this technique for the investigation of the various track molecule? So these are used for the isotope identifications. For example, by the incorporations of the carbon 14 to the phenylalanines, and these are going in the biogenesis of the glycosides. So these are the most important. If you again see what is the actual types of the track element used for the studies or used for the identifications of the various pathway, so they have the 3 main difference elements. First one is the study on the protein, alkaloid, amino acid, nitrogen, and give the more various informative than the carbon atoms. Second, we can be studies glycosidal linkage. Glycosidal linkage, they can be linked with the oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and atoms, as well as we can be studies for the terpenite, that is the oxygen atoms. If you see the what is the step involved in the tracker techniques, so they have the 4 steps. First one is the preparations, label compound. Second one is the incorporation of the label compound to the tissue. Third one is the separation or isolation of the label compound from the tissue system. And fourth one is the determination of the natural natures of the metabolic in a various biochemical fraction. If you see the first step, that is the preparation of the label compound. So in that step, those compound we can be used for the identification or investigation. You can be prepared with the sample solution as well as the difference concentration. Second, incorporations of the label compound to the tissue system. So those compound you can be identified, you can be use that different tissue, and on the basis of tissue we mixed to that each other and identify the incorporation present in that particular compound. After that, separation or isolation of the label compound from the tissue. In that, the name itself indicated on the basis of the merge of your compound with the tissue. So the interruption or mix up in the tissue and your compound. So on the basis of the mixing purpose, we can be on the separate out or isolated the actual compound or actual chemical constituent present in that drugs, we can be isolated from that the tissue on the basis of the tissue. And lastly, determination of the nature of the metabolic in various biochemical fraction. After the isolation, we can be determine the different types of the compound can be available on the basis of the various chemical agent or various chemical tests. So these are the element track systems. I think up to this is sufficient for today. In today's lecture, we see the three biosynthesis pathway. First one is the ischemic acid, second one is the coumalins, and third one is the isopuranides, as well as the various technique for the investigation of biosynthesis. In that technique, we see the four technique. In that four technique, we detail studies the first technique, and in that first technique, against three technique, their procedure, their significance, their preparations. So I think these are the sufficient for today. Okay, I think all are listen carefully and pay attention regarding the lectures. सब लोग को सुने आ रहा है, समझ में आ रहा है? गायत्री,
Yes, sir.
दीपक महाजन,
यस सर।
ओके, अभी जितने लोग प्रेजेंट हैं ये लोगों ने असाइनमेंट दिया है या बाकी है? एनीवन रिमेनिंग? जो रिमेनिंग है वही बताएगा, जिन्हें किया उसको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है। कोई रिमेनिंग है आप में से? नो? ओके, सेकंड थिंग, जितने भी लोग अभी प्रेजेंट हैं सब लोगों ने गूगल क्लासरूम ज्वाइन किया है?
Yes, sir.
कोई रिमेनिंग है? एनीवन इज रिमेनिंग? यस और नो? कोई रिमेनिंग है? यस या नो? जो रिमेनिंग होगा उसी को बोलना है, जिसने ज्वाइन किया उसको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर कोई रिमेनिंग होगा तो अभी मैंने क्लास कोड शेयर किया है आपको, सो यू कैन बी ज्वाइन नाउ। अभी जितने लोग प्रेजेंट हैं ये सब लोग अभी जस्ट ज्वाइन करेंगे। ऐसा कोई है जितने लोग प्रेजेंट है इसमें से जिसने क्लासरूम ज्वाइन नहीं किया है? एनीवन रिमेनिंग टू ज्वाइन द क्लासरूम?
नो सर।
नो, इन शॉर्ट ऑल आर ज्वाइन द क्लासरूम, राइट? यस और नो?
यस सर।
ओके, अभी आपको एक मेल आएगा, जो भी मैं क्लासरूम में डालता हूं, मेरे क्लासरूम में जो भी चीज डालता हूं उसका आपको मेल आता है नोटिफिकेशन का। तो जो भी मैंने मटेरियल डाला है वो आपको मेल आएगा। मेल आने के बाद आपको गूगल क्लासरूम में जाना है और वहां से वो मटेरियल को देखना है। अभी मैं एक मटेरियल डाल रहा हूं गूगल क्लासरूम में, आपको मेल आता है या नहीं आता है मुझे इन्फॉर्म करना है। ओके, within 2 minutes you can be receive the mail. आए आपको मेल? चेक योर इनबॉक्स फास्ट बिकॉज वी हैव ओनली 5 मिनट्स।
नो सर।
रिफ्रेश करो।
नहीं सर।
चेक करो प्रॉपरली। गूगल क्लासरूम में
नो
जाओ।
सर।
है
यस सर आए।
आया है। तो मैं
हाँ
जो
सर,
भी
वहाँ पे
मटेरियल
आया।
डालता हूँ गूगल क्लासरूम में, आपको जो है मेल आएगा।
यस
मेल आने के बाद आपको जाके देखना है वो मटेरियल क्या है। ओके, अभी एक ट्रायल बेसिस के ऊपर मैंने एक यूट्यूब की लिंक डाली है। ओके,
यस सर, मेल भी
जो
आ गया।
आपका फर्स्ट जो चैप्टर नंबर यूनिट नंबर 5 हुआ है उसका मटेरियल मैं आपको इवनिंग या 1 वीक के अंदर डालूंगा, तो यू कैन बी रीड दैट चैप्टर फ्रॉम द गूगल क्लासरूम। ओके,
यस सर।
ठीक है।
यस।
ओके, सो वी मीट ऑन सैटरडे। ओके, ठीक, ओके, चलो।
ओके।